Hey everyone, recently I had a question. Can AI analyze blood test report and provide the summary in an easy to understand format? I mean, it sounds amazing, right? But here is the problem. Medical data is extremely private, so I was a bit skeptical. What happens to my data after I upload it to AI? Can it learn from it? Or can it even be shared with others? If it is shared with others, then I am inviting problem for me. There were a lot of questions in my mind related to privacy of my information. So I decided to test DeepSeek, Grok3 and ChatGPT to find out which one respects my privacy more. Before we dive into the demonstration, let's quickly understand how AI actually learns from the information you share with it. Let's take an example. Imagine teaching a kid how to recognize animals. If you show them thousands of pictures of dogs, cats, and lions, they will start recognizing them on their own. AI works exactly the same way. It learns by analyzing millions of text, examples, images, and conversation to recognize patterns and improve responses. Now, here is the tricky part. Some AI just use pre existing knowledge like ChatGPT's temporary chat, but other models actively learn from new users' input, which means your personal data could be shared, stored, and it can be used to train the models. Let's find out which one respects your privacy. Okay, so before I generate the summary report from the detailed report you have received from the multiple blood test in a single sample of the blood, let's first find out what options I have to maintain the privacy of your information, because whenever you are interacting with these chatbots, they use your information to learn, and quite possibly they share the information to some third parties, and you don't know where your information is transmitted or it is going to which system. So let's evaluate one by one. I have DeepSeek on the left hand side and then ChatGPT on the center, and then on the right I have Grok3. So when it comes to privacy, let's understand what options I have so that I make sure that my information is not being used to train these AI models. So let's first understand what DeepSeek has in place. So as you can see here, I don't see an option to set my privacy settings. So when it comes to generating the medical report summary, I would prefer to stay away from DeepSeek due to the privacy reasons, and I don't want my medical records to be shared elsewhere. Now let's come to ChatGPT. So you can see the model ChatGPT 4o. When you click on it, then you come at the bottom. It says temporary chat. So by default, this temporary chat is turned off. That means whenever you are interacting with ChatGPT with this button turned off, ChatGPT will use it to train itself to learn the instructions or the interactions you are having with it, and it does a better job next time based on the context and the conversations you have with ChatGPT. But the moment you turn it on, now you see here, read this message. This chat won't appear in history, use or create memories or be used to train our models. For safety purpose, we may keep a copy up to 30 days. This statement gives me a lot of relief because ChatGPT is now saying that it will not learn from the information you share in this session. And the moment I close this session, the information is gone. So that means ChatGPT is respecting my privacy, and definitely it becomes one of the good candidate when it comes down to sharing my medical history and generate the summary report. So I am happy to proceed to share the medical report with ChatGPT. Now let's see what Grok3 has to say. Now you see this small icon over here. The moment I hover the mouse, it says switch to temporary chat. When I click on this, and again it is similar to ChatGPT that says this chat is temporary and won't appear in your history or be used to train models. So it gives me a lot of comfort when it comes down to sharing the medical history. Definitely, I don't see any such option in DeepSeek when it comes to sharing the sensitive information, and I will not use DeepSeek to share my medical reports. So let's see how it works. So I will click on upload files. So I will click on this button, upload files and more. And then I have the medical report over here. This is a sample medical report. And before I attach this report, let me open this real quick to show you what exactly is in there. For extra precaution and safety, I have disabled some of the characters over here, PID number. So just in case accidentally, if it goes in wrong hand, they are not able to read the precise information. So I masked them with XXXXXX, something like that. And I removed the doctor's name as well. So it is a pretty big report, and this report is what I am going to feed ChatGPT in the temporary mode so that it doesn't retain or remember this information. Sounds good? So I will close this one and attach the report. Now what I'm going to do is to feed the prompt. The prompt says, I am attaching the blood test report. The report has results of the multiple tests from single blood sample. Can you summarize the report in layman's terms? Because generally, whenever the blood report comes, it has biological terms which are very difficult to understand. And I really don't want to get into developing the understanding of the biological terms. So I am asking ChatGPT to summarize the report in layman's term using the tabular format. So the output I am expecting, it will be in the form of a matrix having rows and columns. And then I am telling the report should have the following columns. What was the test? Which test was conducted? What is the purpose of the test in layman's term? And are there any issues found due to this test? What is the immediate action and what are the recommendations for the issue? So I will copy this prompt and paste it here. So what I have done, I have attached the sample medical report and I will just paste the prompt. Let's see. It is trying to do some analysis in some code window. So just ignore this part. I'm still expecting some response from it. So let me maximize this now. It says download the report. So I click on it. So now you can see here, I got the summary of the detailed report I have shown you, and it gives me the information I requested. So it says what tests were conducted, complete blood count, lipid profile, liver function test, and immediate issues found, yes and no. So wherever there are issues, it says yes and no. So this is something which ChatGPT is able to handle very well, but be cautious. This is for your information, not for your immediate action. I will still encourage you to consult the respective physician or the doctor to get the expert advice. But I think this information is good enough about my health condition. Now, what I'm going to do is to go back Grok3. So again, the process is same. I will attach the file. Again, attach the same report and paste the same prompt. Let's see the response of Grok. Let me maximize this window. Okay, so instead of giving me the CSV or the Excel file, it has started printing everything on the screen, which is pretty acceptable because as long as it is addressing my requirement like test conducted, purpose of test. So it covered all the columns, and you see the beauty over here. When I open this Excel, it came down to 8 points over here, and let's see how many tests it has listed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is more exhaustive report from Grok 3, and I absolutely loved the level of information it has provided. And clearly it says yes, yes against the critical problems, and immediate action no, yes for lipid profile. Let's see what ChatGPT has said for lipid profile. Yes, for lipid profile it is yes. But the point is that Grok 3 is able to provide me much better response, and definitely in this case Grok 3 is the winner. And it has given some keynotes like lipid profile issues, vitamin D insufficiency, blood smear findings, other tests. So this is pretty good report. So I have presented you the comparison between DeepSeek, Grok 3 and ChatGPT, and to my surprise, DeepSeek is completely out of the picture just because I don't see an option to set the privacy settings. And when it comes to sharing the sensitive information related to your medical records or maybe any other sensitive information that is generally not available in the public domain, you cannot rely on DeepSeek. So that's why I kept it aside and decided not to share my medical reports with DeepSeek. However, Grok 3 and ChatGPT, they respect your privacy, but you have to be extra careful because by default the temporary chat option is disabled. So in case if you want to work with the sensitive information, make sure you turn the temporary chat mode on both for Grok 3 and ChatGPT, and then you can start sharing your information. The medical report was just an example to give you the demonstration, but keep in mind you should always take second advice from the specialist, specifically when it comes to the medical report. You should consult with your doctor as well and discuss your reports before you make any decision on your own. So these results generated by Grok 3 and ChatGPT are the recommendations and to give you an idea, but before you make any final call, it's good to consult your doctor. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, share with your friends and subscribe to my channel, because in the next video I will be coming up with another interesting problem that will simply blow your mind. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one.